Start your computations.
Hi guys, it's Nancy and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be a long one, so get ready. Today's video is going to be my 8th bullet journal migration video. I'm so excited. It feels like forever since I've migrated. It has only been 5 months, and I think in the span of 5 months I've done so much. So I think that's why it feels forever. Like, I moved, been on quarantine, cut my hair. I've done more. I've applied to high school, got into all high schools. So a lot has happened in the span of 5 months.
I think we're getting
but now I'm here with my 8th bullet journal migration. If you're wondering what journal I'm using, it is the same journal. It is the Scribbles That Matter Pro version in white. So it's just a white cover, white ribbon, white and black ribbon, and black features like an elastic black closure and a black pen. Throughout this video, I'm going to be drawing a lot of cherry blossoms because the theme for these migration spreads is the Japanese culture theme I did back in February, and then the moon theme I did recently in May. And I'm doing this because I put a poll on amino. I'll put it right here on the screen for you guys. And the Japanese culture theme and the moon theme were the same, so I decided to combine them because they did look cute together. And so if you want to see that Japanese culture theme, I'll link in the cards my bullet journal flip through of the 7th bullet journal that comes out next Sunday, and then I'll link my May plan with me so you can see the inspiration from the moons. So since I didn't post a plan with me for the Japanese culture theme, what I incorporated was a lot of lanterns and cherry blossoms. I think there were some fan sushi and all that kind of thing. A lucky cat. I think there's a lucky cat in here somewhere. And I took a lot of inspiration from Amino released January and February 2019 setups. And so the supplies I'm using are very basic. I'm just using Sakura Pigment Microns, Crayola Super Chips, Tomador brush pens, Tomador Supe,
I think we're getting into a weird area here.
A Pinto Fruity Touch. And that's all the things I'm using for this migration setup. So this cover page is pretty long, so I don't know what else to talk about during this cover page, but I do love the way it turned out. It's very much vibey for me and aesthetic. I love this cover page. And you're going to shortly notice after, I think that you at a glance, that these were filmed on 2 different days. So I'll let you know when the day changes.
Start your computations.
Go. Now moving on to my yearly glance spread. The header style I'm using is this kind of font lettering, and then I do a stripe of color and then the all caps lettering. So I'm drawing a bar separating the header from the spread, and on the right side I'm doing a cherry blossom tree with the petals floating to the left side of the spread, and I have a moon on that side of the spread, and I have a couple lanterns also. This year glance is different from any other year to glance. I haven't done a year to glance in a long time, so this is quite new. I did not fill in the calendars on camera because when I was filming this, it was late at night. I'm gonna post a picture on my Instagram, and so go follow me on Instagram to see that filled in calendar spread. Well, calendars filled in. And now I'm drawing a Crayola Super Chip where each line is 8 spaces apart. And I'm going to divide them in half, and then on the pink strip I want to have the month, and then in that white box I'm going to have the little calendar, and then if there's any room below it, I'm gonna write in any important holidays, so I don't have to put those on my future log.
Start your computations.
This is where I'm on day 2. Now I'm working on my future log, which I'm using the pink Tombow Dual brush pen for the header. I'm doing cherry blossoms, like I said, cherry blossoms, and I think lanterns are on almost every single spread on this setup. So if you like cherry blossoms, you're in luck. And another tip when you're doing these cherry blossoms, to help add the movement to it, draw petals floating, and then also kind of draw some dots and circles around it. It kind of looks like pollen, or something. I don't even know. It kind of looks like pollen. I don't know. And it makes it look a little bit more magical and in theory. So now I'm going and dividing this page up by 3, and you're going to notice in this setup that I'm going to start some things on June and some things on July, and that's solely because July is for future months, like the future log. I have my future log set up for June in my old journal, but I don't have it set up obviously in my new journal.
Computations.
So I'm drawing in the text boxes each day, well each month, not day, is 9 spaces tall, and then I'm going to do a stripe at the end with a Tombow Dual brush pen to write in the name of the month. I'm using this light gray Kilo Super Tip to color in all the check boxes and kind of add some accents of color because it does match the cool tones of this theme. So like I said, I'm writing in those names of the month using the Saccharine paper micron in 03 and writing the names to it. And at the bottom I have those who believe in the future believes in dreams. Now moving on, this is the grid spacing cheat sheet. If you guys did not know, this is one of my bullet journal essentials. I'll link that video in the cards, but I cannot go with one bullet journal without using this anymore. It just helps me when I'm setting up spreads, when I'm sketching spreads, when I'm thinking about doing a spread video. It's just helpful in general, so I highly recommend it. If you guys want a video on how I use it, I'll post a poll in the iCard and go vote in the poll and let me know if you guys want to see that video of how to use a grid space. So I just kind of split it. I use my most common dimensions, which are 4, 3, and halves, and I went back in later after filming this and added fifths. So in the bottom right corner, I'm writing in a header using the Misc brush pens and alternatives with pink and purple. And then on top, I'm just writing brain dump. I'm not splitting it up this year. In this journal. I'm just keeping it blank.
I think we're getting into a weird area here.
Now moving on to my monthly review. This is one of those spreads where I start the month on June because it is a monthly review and I'm going to be using June in this month. So each day is 10 spaces tall with 1 space in between. And the 3 categories I'm having this in this journal. I keep saying this year because I haven't done one of these yet, so I keep saying this year, but in this journal it's going to be favorite memory, a lesson I learned, and goals. So the first 2 boxes on each side are going to be reserved for the header. I'm alternating between a light lavender purple and a nice dusty pink that I've been using throughout this whole video, and Crayola Super Tip colors. Like I said, all products are linked in the description box below. And just a fair warning, these are affiliate links, so if you don't know what affiliate links are, when you purchase something, I get a small commission, because it is my tag.
Start your computations.
Now this next video, this next spread is a weekly gratitude log. I put a gratitude log in my Misc setup, and it has worked wonders. I love just recording something that makes me grateful, and I decided to make it a weekly practice. So each box is 5 by 5, and this is for the rest of the year. I think I started for the first week of June to the last week in December. I don't think this journal's gonna last me that long, and so I'm just making this spread all extra for no reason, but I'm doing cherry blossoms, lanterns, moons, and then I'm gonna write the header in between each row. I think practicing gratitude is a great way to de-stress and also improve your mental health. Studies show that gratitude journaling increases your mood and your happiness, so I'm trying to get into gratitude journaling. I really think it'll be a great way for me to just end off each week and write something I'm grateful for each week.
Start your computations.
Now I'm going in with that same Cradle super tip and just filling in every other box with the gray to add some type of separation so it doesn't kind of blend in and look all the same.
I think we're getting into a weird area here.
I'm writing in that header using the same Suke I've been doing the branches with. I love these headers. They're so my style of calligraphy. I haven't really done my style of calligraphy lately. I've just been doing some more different styles and experimenting, so it was very nice to come back to my traditional style of calligraphy. And then at the bottom, I'm writing a quote that says, "And a day came when the risk to remain tight in the bud was more painful to take the risk to blossom." And I think this is a great quote to fit on this spread. So my next spread is going to be my finance tracker. I am using this finance tracker for this whole entire journal. I'll set up another one if I run out of space, but a quick rundown. The top section is going to be for any monthly subscriptions I have, the total for spending, and how much I put in savings. And then on the bottom is going to be my quote-unquote expenses tracker, what you normally see me do in a monthly setup, but instead of having a monthly setup, I have it all right here. And to know how to differentiate when each item was purchased, I have a spot for the date. I'm just using that same gray super chip. That gray super chip was the hero of this bullet journal setup, and I'm just doing some monoline lettering at the top for the names of the month.
I think we're getting into a weird area here.
So essentially, I have 4 different finance trackers. I think this will be able to last me for like the next 4 or 5 months. If it doesn't, I'll just go in and make another one wherever I ran out of space at. And so then at the top empty corner, I have things I'm saving for. So therefore, when I can put money in my savings account, and that's going to make me want to save money and what I'm saving money for. I feel like if you have a certain end goal, it makes you want to achieve that much more. So I'm just using that same tan Tombow brush pen. I'm just writing in the item and how much it costs. So that's what that section is for. I really think that it's a helpful section in my finance tracker. This is something new. I hope this works out. Fingers crossed it does. I'll keep you guys updated. Just follow me on Instagram and I'll tell you guys how it works on my Instagram. And check out the bujo highlight story on my Instagram for any kind of bullet journal related content. Now this is also a new spread in my setup. I usually do an ideal day, but I decided to do an ideal week. I think this is a lot better in terms of seeing how my week is shifted out in terms of tasks and workloads. And so I have a section for each day. It's kind of set up like a weekly spread, honestly. Each one is 8 spaces tall with 1 space in between. And I'm using this to see what tasks I would like to get done on that day. So I have YouTube tasks, personal tasks, school tasks, and household tasks. And I listed them all out so I can see visually how much my workload usually is for each week. And like I said, this is the ideal week. So my week is probably not gonna look this way. Half the time it doesn't. And so you'll notice that Wednesday and Sunday is usually jam-packed because Sundays is my admin day and then Wednesday is when I do all my chores so I don't have to worry about them on the rest of the week. And that leaves Saturday and Friday night to do all my social media things.
Start your computations.
So some things on here I have is cleaning, like I said, and my admin days like getting inbox to 0, cleaning my room, checking my Schoology, checking Google Classroom, also Infinite Campus, laundry, and all that things on this spread. At the bottom I have again paper lanterns are stars of the sky.
I think we're getting into a weird area here.
Maybe.
Now this is my half-year wish list. So if you don't know how a wish list works, you can split up the categories or you can just leave it big and open. I split mine into want and need, and this is when I have any extra money to see what I might want to spend it on instead of impulse buying and wasting money. And so I'm just kind of using a lantern, I'm drawing in a moon behind it, and I'm just going to split my page in half, and I'm going to write in want and need. And the way I do it is I have the item, then how much money it cost, the date I bought it, and then I circled to kind of mark it off if I bought it. This next spread is pretty simple. It's just a drawing idea spread and a theme idea spread. So in the comment section below, leave any theme ideas you want to see me do, and I might be doing them. Who knows? And this drawing ideas is if I get any ideas to draw something for a video or just for personal use, that's what I'm going to put there. Now this next spread is nothing new to you guys. It is my 2020 milestones. I gave myself 2 spreads so I can letter bigger, I can have more fun with the doodles. I just wanted to have more fun with this spread because lately I've been accomplishing a lot of stuff I've been wanting to accomplish for a long time. And I'm really happy, I'm really excited for that. And so I want to be able to letter big for how big it was, or just if I want to doodle on this spread. And I wasn't able to do that in my last journal because I only reserved one spread for this spread. So I was able to give myself 2 spreads.
I think we're getting
and
into
now
a
I'm
weird
so
area
excited
here.
to just be able to letter really big. I'm using a thick fine liner. If you haven't watched my bujo essentials, I'll link in the description box below. But like I said, I love using a thick fine liner. It just adds so much more definition to the spread. Now these next spreads are my video planning spreads. I have my video schedule and my video idea spread. So I'm splitting them up horizontally, just to add some visual interest to it. And I'm planning out for the next 6 months of my video schedule, and I'm also just planning out any video ideas I have. So leave those video suggestions you have in the comment section below, even if they don't fit into the categories of art, study, bujo, life, or other. Just leave them in the description box below. If I want to do it, I'll do it.
Start your computations.
So I'm using that light purple to highlight the days, and I'm starting this June and ending it in November. I'm just writing down each Sunday because I'll upload on every Sunday, and I'm thinking about just kind of doing twice a week, but only committing to Sunday. So like there is a new video on Sunday, but I might be posting twice a week. I'm thinking about doing that, not sure yet, but that might how that works. I'm just writing in the dates. I'm gonna upload those Plan With Me, and then in August I'm writing in my back to school series stuff. Now moving on to the bottom, I'm writing in art/bujo, and then study and life, and those are the categories of the videos I'm planning to post. If I have any kind of other videos, I maybe just put a sticky note on it. That's up to debate. But like I said, if you have any video suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be posting maybe twice a week, not just one. Now this next spread requires your guys' help, which is my stuff to check out spread. I have a whole bunch of different categories. I have 6 categories for websites, shops, restaurants, stationery, any kind of other things. And this is where that big goal section comes into hand. I didn't want to dedicate a whole spread to a goal section because I didn't use that in my last journal, so I wanted to keep a small section to keep a track of any goals that I want to accomplish before the year ends. So if you live in the Atlanta area, leave those restaurant suggestions and shop suggestions and stores. I just want to kind of have this spread. If I just want to go somewhere new or try something different, I have this spread to refer to see what's new and what's poppin'.
Go!
So on this spread, I incorporated like those fans and the sushi doodles. But the one thing I hate about this one is because I did not use the same green I used in the actual setup. It didn't, so it was a bright green instead of like a dull muted green, which I regret, but it's on the paper. I'm not gonna fix it, so it's there. This next spread is my playlist spread, and pretty self-explanatory. I write playlists. I split up between songs and albums/artists. And this is just, if I love any song during this time, I have this journal. I write it down here. At the end of the journal, I make a playlist, and then I have a playlist about what music I was into during this time of the year. And then on the side, I have a quote that says, "Keep your feet on the ground and reach for the stars." This spread is pretty simple to set up, and finally, we've made it to the last spread in this setup. It's been a long one. I know. Thank you for watching to the end. So, moving on to the last spread in this setup, which is going to be a 2020 Polaroids. So, I decided to switch this up very much, scatter them all around, and then I'm going to put a quote in here and write 2020 Polaroids in the center. And the quote I'm writing is, "Today's moments are tomorrow's memories." And I feel that just kind of goes with the whole entire vibe of this spread. So I wrote it there. I'm using the same fonts I've been using, like my regular calligraphy style with my Crayon Super Chip and the all cap style spaced out. So I'm just drawing in
I think we're getting into a weird area.
Also right in the headers. And so here's the final flip through. I went in and decorated the key and index page and wrote my name in off camera because I forgot I didn't do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some inspiration from it, learned something new. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is @stuffstationer. Subscribe to my YouTube and follow me on amino and TikTok. See you guys in the next one. Bye.